It's been so long since I used this camera, it does not hold a charge anymore. I am plugged into the wall currently. That is how long it has been. Pretty sure the last time that I used this camera was June of 2019. I'm filming on the 1st of May, so it has been about a year. A full year almost, and I am so sorry. I've been gone. I've been busy. We should probably catch up. I'd ask how everyone's doing, but I kind of have a feeling I know how everyone's doing. 2020's been a time. Again, we'll get to that. Let's rewind a bit and see what the camera has missed, maybe. First week of July, I got in a pretty bad car accident, and thankfully I made a full recovery very quickly. I had an amazing team that I was working with. My family and friends were all taking such good care of me. It was a very, very terrifying experience, a lot of firsts. My first ever car accident, or car wreck, as it probably should be described. First time in an ambulance, first time in a hospital, first time getting surgery because I broke my wrist. It was my first time breaking a bone. And I got this cute little scar as my trophy, I suppose. This is my stamp saying, congratulations, you did it. You're all fixed now. Probably one of the scariest experiences of my entire life. But again, God is good. He gave me the right people and the right support, and I got through it. I was out of work for 2 months and thankfully was able to go back in September. Did the whole physical therapy thing, and I'm still trying to keep up those exercises. Didn't get a new car until December, which is the exact same car I had before except green. Back in August, the youth group had their first ever youth camp, which was so fun, and I decided not to film, partially because I wanted to, be in the experience, but also because doing things with one hand is hard enough. Adding a camera to that was just a whole bunch of problems I didn't need. I went through what was easily the worst relationship I've ever been in. It was pretty impactful despite being very short. And I thankfully got out of that and I'm no longer speaking to that person. 2019 was also just a lot of anxiety and depression creeping up because I've never, again, had surgery. I've never been in a legal case where that stuff is still up in the air. There were a lot of things that I had to miss out on for one reason or another, so I went through some pretty ugly periods in 2019. But it also had some really amazing points. I went to Evan's wedding, I was in Jessica's wedding, and I got to spend the holidays with my sister and her family in North Carolina. All of that was just incredible memories. I'm going to be looking at those pictures and think about those memories for the rest of my life. On December 5th, I turned 25 years old, and I went to celebrate by going by myself to see Madion in concert. He was in DC, and I decided if I'm going to marry this boy, this wonderful, talented, amazing musician, then I should probably go see him live first and support his career. It was the best decision I could have made. I don't regret 1 second of it. I had the best time. And the resolutions list for 2020 was so exciting. I was ready to work out more often. I was ready to start reading all of these books. I mostly had a whole bunch of movies and shows that I needed to watch. And then I had big things like I wanted to reunite with certain friends, or I wanted to take vacations. I literally said 2 vacations and I planned them out as soon as I could. I wanted to go to El Salvador and I wanted to take a weekend trip with my friends from church. The biggest resolution I had surprised a lot of people, while a good number of people who are closer to me probably were expecting this to come a lot sooner. I decided that it was finally time and I was going to switch churches. I had been at my home church for 20 years. It was the majority of my life. I grew up there, I became the person I am there, and I am so grateful for every moment I've had there and all the people who continue to give me their love and support. But I knew it was time. I wasn't really there for myself and my personal relationship with Christ. I was there for the people that I loved, and that's not really the reason you go to church. I knew that if I wanted to grow in my spiritual life, I needed to go somewhere where I could learn and serve that was right for me. So after a lot of research and visiting different churches in the area, seeing what was around and what things I liked and didn't like about different congregations, I ended up at Highlight Church in Gaithersburg, who, if you follow me on Facebook, you have seen that I do nothing but post about this congregation, and it's pretty much taken over my life. They have been such a welcoming community. I've been able to get involved very quickly and meet some wonderful people. It's been a fantastic time, and I made this decision at the perfect time because literally the Sunday after I decided I was going to get involved with serving, that is when coronavirus hit. I have essentially given up on my vacation goal. I have to be kind to myself and know that it's not realistic to hold myself to that resolution. And I am very grateful that the exercise and the books and the movies and all of that can still be done from home. Church has been incredibly active even through the coronavirus. They're still serving the community, trying to help feed people who are not able to get food otherwise, or deliver cards and support to nursing homes and hospitals. There's different ways to serve from home, so it's been incredibly exciting to be a part of that and to know that my community is doing something. They also have services that they live stream, and we have small groups that meet once a week, so we've been attending those through Zoom, which is everyone's new favorite word of the decade. That's what's been taking up a lot of my time, but also giving me the most encouragement and energy, and I think it's the reason that I'm able to be so positive through all of this. Another source of positivity is that I still have my job, thankfully. I am working from home. Gala Theater is somehow finding a way to operate. We are releasing a lot of digital content in the meantime and just preparing for the best season possible when we can open back up in September. There's a lot of questions because we're hoping we can open in September, but it's not a guarantee, and even if we do open, there's no guarantee that an audience will come back or that schools will be allowed to take field trips to our theater. We're expecting smaller groups, less ticket sales, a lot of changes throughout the year, and if people are still not able to work, that's also going to affect our donations. I am so glad that we have a team that's aware of these things and we are taking the necessary precautions, and I'm grateful not only that they are prioritizing our health, but also doing everything in their power to make sure that we all still have jobs and are all still getting paid. But I think we're starting to get this understanding that there's a lot of things right now that are outside of our control. So it's all about remembering what is in our control zone, what are the things that we can do and prepare for, and what are the other things that we just have to accept and adapt to as we go. I've definitely been keeping busy. Again, I have my long resolution list with all of the content that I'm trying to consume, so it's not like between church and work and that list I have a lot of free time afterwards. But it's also been a really good time for me to connect with people. I think more of my introverted friends are starting to feel the burden of not seeing other people, so they're starting to reach out more, and that has actually felt kind of nice, just because sometimes you get used to being the person who either initiates conversation or starts making plans, and it's nice to get some of that attention back, especially me, who absolutely loves attention. Maybe that's why I'm making these videos again. Maybe I'm not getting enough attention now that I'm not seeing people, and now I'm getting it through videos. This is happening in front of you and me. I'm realizing this on camera, and I now feel kind of shallow. But we've already filmed this much, so we're just gonna keep it going. I broke out my string box very early on in the lockdown process. So I started making all of these friendship bracelets for people, and I just started taking random orders and said, tell me your colors and what you would like. And I have made these all in the span of, I think, a couple weeks, not even. And the result is I never want to make another bracelet again. They're very pretty, they're very fun, but we're done with those now. I don't want to make any more during this lockdown if I can help it. I've been watching Tori Kelly live stream every day, which you would think I would get tired of, but it's just proven to me how much I love her as a singer and as a person. I made the mistake of downloading the Merge Dragons app on my phone because I thought, this looks like an interesting game, let me just see what happens, and it has taken far too much of my time. I am ashamed of how much time I spend playing this game. I don't recommend it. It's not good for people like me who like to collect things and like to be a completionist, because I want every item in this game, and that's going to take far too much of my time. On top of that, I run out of room because I hoard things. So I'm looking at this little garden that I'm growing and that my little dragons are working in, and I get so overwhelmed with how much stuff I have everywhere because I can't use it or merge it or sell it, or for whatever reason it's just taking up room. It's a mistake, but also I can't stop. I did this at the wrong time. The sun is leaving. I'm going to lose my lighting in a few minutes. I have been asking a lot of my friends different ways that I am able to pray for them, and they've been kind enough to open up to me and let me know what's going on in their lives. So absolutely, if you are watching this, please let me know. I'm more than happy to put in a good word for you. I think prayer is something that is definitely getting me through this crazy time. So if you want a prayer for something in your life, or if you want to pray together, let me know. I'm more than happy to give you a call and we can do that. Is that enough? I think that's enough. That's the update. I think we're good. I love you. Take care. Make good choices. I will see you when I see you.